Welcome to Pitmaster J Backyard Barbecue. Today we're doing Guinness braised corned beef Reubens for St. Patrick's Day. This is going to be good. Here's what we're going to use. Let's add some oil to this pan, get her heated up, start this cook. Okay, our pan is hot. Let's make a mess. We'd like to start her out on her back and, flip her over after things have warmed up a bit. Like to tip her on her side too. Want to make sure everything is done just right. Kind of like doing this. Sometimes you got to hold her up there a little bit, but hey, it's part of the deal. Okay, let's finish up getting this browning done. Now I'm not going to get rid of any of the stuff in this pan. We're going to go ahead and take this out. What I want to do is add in half bottle of Guinness. I want to clean the stuff up out of this pan and use it in the pot. And of course, the other half is for the pitmaster. Now I've added this liquid to my pressure cooker pot, and we're going to want to get the rest of the ingredients into here. I've got my chopped carrot and green onion. Down they go. And let's get our corned beef brisket into here. Now we'll go ahead and add our Guinness Extra Stout. So at this point we're going to be adding roughly 2.5 bottles. And here's the season pack that comes with your corned beef brisket. We all know what this is. Definitely want to get that in there now. And here I've got some homemade bone broth. We made it here. I did add something from the pantry to give it just a little extra season. This is to help top off my liquid level in my pot. And it's time to get things set. Let's make sure we get the hat on, get her locked down, and we're going to want to be careful and make sure we select the proper cook setting. Yeah, let's use the slow cook setting because I can set it for a 2-hour setting, which is good for a pressure cook on this. And here we go. Hurry up and wait. Okay, this is done, so I'm going to strain out everything, set it off to the side, let it cool. And next I want to get that pan out. Start heating up my sauerkraut. I did drain this very well. I don't want it sloppy wet, although that's not a bad thing. My brisket has cooled, and I want to go ahead and start slicing this. I guess I could have used maybe a little smaller knife in this case, but after all, it's meant for slicing, right? I normally use this if I have a whole brisket that I've brought in from the barbecue and rested. Does a great job, razor sharp. This thing has cut me a number of times, and it cuts deep very fast. I could have shortened this up a little bit, but just love doing it. Now remember, this has cooled down a little. Looks good. Look at that. Still looks tender and juicy. Okay, I've removed the sauerkraut and added some of the broth into the pan to start warming up. I want to use this to heat up my slices before we start the sandwich building process. I think this lends just a little extra flavor using that leftover broth. And we're not cooking this any further. It's basically just warming at this point. Okay, mixing it up a little bit just to make sure everything gets a little bath there. Wow, does this smell good. Introducing daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Pitmaster. She was so kind to stop by today and help us out with the process here. I know this is something she enjoys doing. Her and I have had many years practice of building sandwiches. I think it's a passion for both of us. She may say otherwise, but I don't believe her. So here she's helping us with our dressing, and you can see that of course this was a homemade version. And now time to apply our corned beef brisket. And we're being careful not to put too much on the sandwich. We want to be able to manage this. Don't get me wrong, I love a good high stacked sandwich, but these are much more manageable, considerably easier, I guess I'll say, to eat. She's doing a good job here. I'm sure you all noticed her St. Patrick's Day themed fingernails. Introducing Mrs. Pitmaster. She's here to help us apply our sauerkraut to our Reubens sandwiches. Take note, she is also observing the St. Patrick's holiday with her beautiful fingernails. Carefully applying, and then she will finish the sandwich. And you'll take note, we did apply some mayonnaise to the outside of our bread. This helps in the browning process because we're going to take these to the oven. think we know what happened to the missing corned beef. Mrs. Drunken, do you know what happened? Okay, we'll take these out of the oven, flip them over, try to get some even browning on our bread. We don't want this overcooked. Just a nice light toast. And I'll apologize for the macaroni and cheese side dish there. That was my fault. Turned the oven up not realizing the dish was in there, and well, that's what you get, but thankfully it still came out very good. And these are complete. I don't think we need to go any farther. And here we are. Time to eat. Thanks everybody for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. More will be coming. The barbecue and grilling season is upon us. And I'll add something extra here.